let me show you guys this new Chrome extension that I made that allows you to view your Trello boards. Now, this is a Notes app slash Trello integration viewer, but in this case, I'll be showing specifically viewing your Trello boards. So let's get right into it. So, well, you have to sign up, you have to log in, obviously, and then create new content, new Trello integration, and then you integrate with Trello. I'm sorry, um, integrate with Asana. That's going to be coming soon. I plan to add that as well, although I need to know that there's a market for it. But anyway, integrate with Trello. Now you have to log into your board, which would send you to this interface. That is your account right there, and you're just going to click allow. Okay, now at this point, you should see all the boards that you have. So these are the boards that I have. Specifically, what I'm going to be looking at is my.dashboard, which is this one right here. So this is going to be the one that we're going to be using as an example for this. So this is the reference board. And, you know, this is pretty simple, but this is just to demonstrate how, like, Trello integration viewing works in my Chrome extension. So my.dashboard. So we should load the board data, and there's all of it. Now, the next step obviously would be to view the ticket data. So think of things to add on a dashboard. That's the reference. That's it here. Now, if you edit the description, it should automatically edit the description on the board. So let's have a look. So let's update the description. It should show up here automatically. See? Now it shows, let's update the description. Now you, as the user who is logged in, you can make a comment. So let's put in a test comment right here. Okay, so that's a test comment that shows your name and when you posted the comment. Now, if you want to attach something, you can do so. So as you can see, this is a pretty big file, so it's taking a while, but it'll get there. So you upload a picture, it uploads here, and then if the uploaded attachment was an image, then it would automatically set it as the cover, because that's usually how Trello does it. Okay, so that's all well and good. Now, what about labels? Let's go ahead and do labels. For this board, there's no labels yet, so I'm just going to go ahead and do labels. Let's do app WordPress. Let's do WordPress here, because this is a WordPress thing. Labels, WordPress. That should show a WordPress label here when you load it on create iremember. Write article draft. So this is going to be content. Let's put in content right here. Content. And then for this one, let's go ahead and put in graphic design, because this needs a logo design for the other one, for this one right here. So let's go ahead and put on those labels. Graphic design. This is content. This is content. And the other one is WordPress. So that should be set. And then you go here, you refresh it, and it should show up. There you go. So that's essentially the idea. You more or less get 80% of the functionality that you can do in the Trello board. You can also do it here. Now, there are some things that I still have to implement, but in the meantime, you should be able to do a lot of the things that you can do in Trello. So in this case, let's do checklists, because this is arguably a more complicated functionality. So let's have a look at that. Write article draft. Things to mention in bullet points in the article. Now, this add on top, essentially, it's asking you where you want to put the new checklist. So if you have multiple checklists within one card, then you can tell the checklist maker where to put it on. So let's put it in last. First bullet point here. Last bullet point, sorry. Last bullet point, add last. And it's put in on the last point. Now let's try to put it in first. So add on top, first bullet point. Create. And there you go. So that's essentially how it works. Now let's say you want to add a bullet point. Let's go ahead and do that. Bullet point 1. Add on top. So there's also ordering in the bullet points. In the bullet points, sorry, in the checklist items rather. Bullet points. And bullet point 3. Add item. Okay, so that's essentially how that works. You got bullet point 1, bullet point. Let's go ahead and do bullet point 2. Now this is going to be demonstrating the editing functionality. So you just edit the name here, and it will automatically edit the name on the card itself. And then if you want to check it all, then you can check it, and it will automatically reflect. Now let's say you want to delete a checklist. You can do so as well. Delete. Add last. So this will be bullet point 2. And now you're just 50% done again. So essentially, that's how that works. Now let me know if there's some other functionality that you want me to implement in here, because obviously I didn't get everything, and this is just like a base functionality, but it does help a lot when it comes to people who's using Trello, because you can see your website and also see Trello at the same time. So like, you can look at multiple things at once, which would make it easier for you mentally to do the thing that you want to do, and keep track of your tasks in Trello while simultaneously being on your website. So that is the idea of Trello implementing a Trello board here. Like the whole goal of this is to save the mental effort that it takes to go back and forth between your Trello board and then your website or your program. In this case, it's just one interface, and you can see it all at once. No need to do multitasking between tabs. It's mentally taxing in itself. You have a bunch of things to do in the day. Figured, like having the Trello board here would save a few minutes of your time, or at least make it easier for you to get things organized. That is the goal. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this demonstration of the Trello boards, and apologize, this is my first video in a while, but hopefully I demonstrated that this is useful, and that this would be useful for someone who uses Trello. So yeah, let me know if you have any comments below, and of course use my Chrome extension, which is going to be on the link below. Thank you.